Hi everybody, hope you are doing well. I'm excited to share Torah with you on Parshat Korach. Unfortunately, the Parsha is a story of a rebellion where Korach feels like he was slighted and Moshe made an error and he therefore leads a rebellion against Moshe. We know that Hashem punishes Korach severely. He's swallowed up by the earth in a miraculous fashion. Why was Korach upset with Moshe? So famously, Rashi explains in Perek Tet Zayin, Pasuk Aleph, first Pasuk in the Parsha, that Korach was jealous. What happened? Moshe had appointed Elitzaphan ben Uziel over Bnei Kahas. He was the Nasi. Elitzaphan was going to be the Nasi of the Kahas family. And Korach said, wait a minute, that's not fair. That's not fair. If you look at where we come from, so who was older, my father or his father? So Korach felt like he was next in line from a strict biological genealogy perspective. I am entitled. I'm next in line. And it's a fascinating argument he makes. His response, however, was rebellious and cost him his life. And the question is, what do we learn from his mistake? When you feel like you were slighted, someone wronged you, so your obligation is to ask, well, what went wrong? What could I have done better? Give a mashal in the arena of sports. If I think that I'm one of the best basketball players on my team, I think I deserve to be on the starting five. And my coach says, Mandelstam, you're on the bench. You're not starting. You're not in the top five. You're not starting the game. So my response should not be, well, the coach is wrong. I'm quitting the team and I'm starting a rebellion against the coach. And I'm going to post things about him on the internet and say that he's a fraudulent man. No, my response needs to be, well, coach, what could I do better? Can you help me correct myself? How do I become better? How do I get to the starting five? And seemingly, Korach had the opportunity to do such a thing. He could have said, well, why was I not deserving? What tshuva do I need to do to earn a status that I want to get to? And, maybe the answer could have been, you're just not cut out for a Nasi, and Korach would have had to have swallowed his pride. But I believe a valuable lesson to learn from Korach is that we must not respond like Korach and just jump to our negative conclusion, but rather have the confrontation, speak it out with the person who you feel wronged by, and improve. A very similar idea comes out just from Psukim later, very, very, very shortly after this. Moshe tries to make peace with Datan and Aviram in Pasuk Yud Bet. The Torah records, Vayishlach Moshe likro Datan v'la Aviram. So he calls them, and Rashi says there, this is the source that someone should always try to make peace, as opposed to machlokas. Bikan she'ein machzikin b'machlokas, shaya Moshe mechazer achareim lashlimam b'divrei shalom. Moshe went out of his way to make peace with Datan and Aviram. Guys, let's speak this out. I don't want to penalize you. I don't want to punish you. I want to confront. I want to talk about the issue and move forward. And guess what halacha has learned from this pasuk? What is it? What do we learn from the fact that Moshe sent out a message to Datan and Aviram in order to confront the problem? It says the Gemara Moed Katan, Amar Rava Minalan, the Meshadrinan Shlucha the Beidina Mazamil Edina. How do we know that you have to summon someone to court from this pasuk? Vayishlach Moshe lekro ledasa la'aviram. The idea is that you send the shaliach of Beis Din and you appoint him to din. What is the concept of appointing someone to din? It means we need to bring the facts out. There are things that are beneath the surface right now that need to be embraced, that need to be exposed. And this was where Korach failed. He didn't send a summons to Moshe and say, Moshe, I have a bone to pick with you. I'm bringing you to Beis Din. And Moshe would have went happily and would have said, listen, Korach, I'm sorry, but God disagrees with you. And Moshe would have won the court case. But we need to manage that difficult confrontation. Certainly in Ben Adam Lachavero, there are things that are often bubbling beneath the surface. And we can't respond like Korach and just storm out in a rebellion, so to speak. We need to have the quote-unquote Beis Din summons, confront the issues, and that will lead to the shalom that Moshe Rabbeinu teaches us to lead to in this week's Parshat. Have a wonderful, peaceful Shabbos.